Good morning, traders. I guess everybody's watching FWBI this morning. Good morning, Who Loves Lunatic, Mr. Rodriguez, Two Stray Dogs, Parabolic. Good morning, Sandra. Bob Smith. Hopefully we'll get this one to move this morning. It looks pretty strong. Below my threshold, but I think if I want to make some money this week, I better try it. Good morning, Jay. I think this stock had a licensing agreement for intestinal treatment. At least that's what I interpret from it. Maybe it'll double. It has already doubled, but maybe it'll double again. I'm glad to see that they sold off a little bit before our market opens. Good morning, Gil. Good morning, Bob. About 30 more seconds here. Hopefully this one will go up and not down, or not up and immediately down. Good morning, James. Well, what's he gonna do? I'm going to get in lightly here with 1,000 shares and see what happens. Add to it if it moves. Get out of it if it falls. Good morning, Kenneth. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of people wanting it. Well, I'm going to get out here at break even. Well, it cost me $8 to try. I got about out. And then it'll take off, and then I'll have to get back in. That's how that goes. But maybe not. Maybe they're not interested. Kind of seems like nothing's working this week. Not even good news. What's up with that? Are we under that much control? Could be. Good call on getting out. I haven't looked into it, Bob. I couldn't tell you. Looks like it's a penny morning again. Yeah, I'm watching CYN, but I don't see anything going positive. It's like these agreements are giving a negative effect. Well, patents doesn't mean the product's going to sell. That's the story behind that. This one will probably take off right here. The CYN. Just maybe. It's looking good with the tails on the bottom. They're trying to sell it off, but it's being bought back up. It may find some strength. Good morning, Scott. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30, maybe 6:15, 6:20. Let's see where the market goes. See if we can't get a little money in the bank. So that one failed. This one failed. Well, it's still holding its price, but it doesn't seem like the buyers are interested. Ran up in pre-market and then back down to here, and our market open, and it's just consolidating to the right, not doing much of nothing. All we can do is watch these numbers. Once they start growing, we click on them and check them out. If you don't have your mics muted, please mute them for me. I can hear background noise starting up already this morning. And I don't think we got a pre-market play this week yet, have we? It's been devastating. I know I haven't had one. I had a small play during the day, I think back on Tuesday, but it wasn't really worth talking about. You win some, you lose some. We just have to be patient and wait. Well, it's times like these I'm glad I own a construction company. That's why I haven't sold it. Waiting on this market to turn around. Did they finally decide to buy here? If they did, I wanted to break that high. That one right there. Not going to fall for fake candles this morning. Good morning, Robert. It's kind of bad when you're scanning the whole pre-market and all week long you're watching stocks and not one of them really took off. I mean, they took off for 5 or 10 cents, but then they pulled back. So it's been a tough week. Maybe the Lord will bless us. We'll see. Maybe we'll have a Bull Friday. Or is today Friday? I think it's Thursday, right? Yep, we're on Thursday. One more day to go. One great advantage we have is if they're moving, they're going to be right here in this column. We can't miss them. Just give them to us. That's all we need. Stick them in front of us. We'll buy them. But give us a good one. Good morning, Lewis. Wow. Devastating. Guess I need to move closer to the water so I can throw a fishing line out there and at least feed myself. One day you might hear me say, I'll be right back. I got to go bait my pole. Scott, it works great if we can just get something to move. Move up, that is, or down if you short stocks. It's a lovely tool. It definitely works. Only up to us to click the button at the right time. Yeah, Robert, that's true, but it doesn't have to be this way. I think somebody's creating the issues. Hopefully, they'll be gone soon. They're just making them worse. They're not doing anything to improve anything. Finding out new ways to charge us more money for the money that they're not letting us make. That's how they're doing it. Raise the gas prices, raise the power bills, raise the food. Make them lose their job and raise the prices. Good morning, Jesse. You know, we all talk about the issues that's up in the government, but I kind of blame us for it. And the reason I say that is because there was a lot of people that did not vote. They didn't care to vote. I was one of them in the past. When you don't participate, that gives them the door to open to manipulate whatever they want. This goes back years, just not recently. A lot of people didn't want to vote, didn't want to register. When you do something like that, then issues get out of hand. You're not paying attention to your government. You're not watching what they're doing. You have no interest in it whatsoever. And they take over. Good morning, Higher Ground, Zach. Jesse, if I didn't tell you. Very low volume this morning, just like all week. All right, nothing's happening, so I'll do a demo. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a coder for ThinkScript. I coded this volume spike indicator that they said could not be done, and I did it. It's counting volume, positive or negative. It lets us know the moment the stock starts moving. Once it starts moving, I coded this pullback strategy over here. We get a volume spike over here on the left side, and we wait for the moving average crossover to happen and some green arrows to pop in. Once these green arrows pop in, we confirm that we have lots of volume. That is key. Then we wait for the buyers to outnumber the sellers, which we have here. Then we wait for this bullish signal, which is measuring the volume in this candle. So basically, you watch for the spike. You click on it. You've confirmed that you got a crossover in arrows, green and green, and you make your decision to enter or not. You do this several times a week, come to these live streams, it all becomes natural. It's a quick eyeball thing. You just, at a glance, you see what's going on. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Over on YouTube, we have lots of videos, old ones and new ones. Watch all of them over and over and over. Pound this stuff in your head. Don't just jump in here because I made it look easy. Never trade off of my screen. It's delayed. Set your computer up. Once you're subscribed to YouTube, head on over to our Discord channel where there's almost 900 investors now. It's growing fast. Everybody's helping everybody. Have a support channel over there. If you have trouble getting set up, leave a message in support. Somebody will help you. If not me, that's the link to our Discord. When you get into Discord, head over to Current Setup. That's where you get started. It'll set your computer up with these indicators, with these labels, and with this volume spike. Once you get that set up, head on over to the live streams every morning. Watch how they work. That's the best thing to do. Keep training yourself, training yourself, training yourself. Never stop. This is all about money. You don't want to lose money. Get the training you need. And then you can come sit here and drink coffee with us and wait for something to move. This is where you learn patience at times like these. But patience pays well. Sometimes we get a big winner. Sometimes we get a small winner. But we don't move the market. We just wait on the market to move, and that's when we take action. And as always, thank you for joining us this morning. And I hope you have a blessed day and a profitable one. But that would be a blessed day. Good morning, Chuck. Crypto Scammo. I get such wonderful comments. I'm addicted to reading comments. I had a guy yesterday says, "Do you ever put out anything bad?" Every time I see one of your videos, I have to save it because I can't wait to get back to it to finish it if I get tied up somewhere else. I love reading things like that, where they're so addicting, you got to save it so you can watch it over and over. I guess I can see his point if he's never seen these indicators before. But lots of wonderful comments. Thank you guys very much. And we've been watching FWBI since I opened my eyes this morning. It's doing nothing. It went up before our market opened, and it's been running flat ever since. I actually bought 1,000 shares, and it just floated sideways, so I got out. Took an $8 loss. No biggie. At least I tried. I put bait on my hook. They didn't bite. When I first got up and turned on the computer, I thought, man, we might have a winner here finally. And was I wrong? Never try to predict the market. I know that rule. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So if you haven't set your volume spike to 0.0, this is how you do it. You right click on the name, edit formula, change this number right here to 0.0. Apply it, click OK. That sets this volume spike indicator as sensitive as it can be. Anything that moves is going to move the numbers, just like that one. The moment they start moving, we know. The question is on how far. That's the next indicator I'd like to build, but that ain't going to happen. This is why you sit back and stare at numbers. That was a good demonstration. That was exactly what we do here is we wait on these numbers to rise. I don't just jump in, I wait. I want to see what's happening. If it'll break that high, I'll take a bite at it. After it pulls up through it and pulls back down and retests that level, then I'll take a bite at it. Otherwise, it may just bounce off the bottom of that high. We can get lots of buyers in here. It'll move. Right now, that's not lots of buyers. That's 65,000 on the last candle. Only 40 on this one. Doesn't have much strength. And sometimes these pre-market stocks just take off and run. Sometimes I'll take my chances just like the rest of you. But only if this volume is flying. I think this one's going to do like the rest of them, make a little run up and then just sit flat. Lots of sellers. That's these top candle wicks. The buyers drive it up to here. The sellers drive it back down. Same thing on this one. The buyers drove it up. The sellers drove it down. They're having a battle. I want my wicks on the bottom only. I want the next candle to open higher than the last candle. And higher and higher. See, if you would have just jumped in because it was green, you'd already be down 20 cents a share. That's why you don't just jump in. You want to see a stock setting new levels, new highs. If they're not setting new highs, the people aren't buying. Sometimes it'll get past that new high, but it'll just be anticipation. Maybe more buyers are coming, and then they fail. That's why we like lots of volume. I want to see that everybody loves it. We're all buying it. That's when I jump in and get my piece. Good morning, James. All right, I'm buying. Who's going out for donuts? For that breakfast burrito. I'm in South Texas. Down here, it's a breakfast burrito. Good morning, Super. I don't know about in your area, but we do have our favorite places to get breakfast burritos. I have a place, it's a little restaurant. I have to kind of keep myself away from it. Their breakfast burrito weighs about 2.5 pounds. Never can finish it, but it sure is a good one. Good morning, Pablo. Yeah, it's only 6:40. Come on, stock market. Let's do something here. I bet them influencers can't make the market move. See, I'm hoping for a pullback here. It probably won't happen, but I think it's going to continue to trickle down. Probably bounce off of support a few times. Nice little crowd this morning. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 7:20. You just missed it. You can't hang around. These videos are recorded. You can go back and watch them all day long. Good morning, James L. Man, I got to quit predicting these stocks. They keep listening to me. Maybe I should say that one's going up. That one's going up. Should have never said it's probably going to keep bouncing off the bottom. I'm guilty. I jinxed it. That's FWBI. Still trying. Gotta watch the numbers or you're gonna miss stuff like this. These are the kind of stocks you want to keep your eye on. For one reason, it went up this morning before our market opened. It's holding this price level. It has not sold off. These are the ones you want to put in a personal watch list. Keep your eyes on them. Sometimes at market open or just before market open, these things will take off. But all we can do is wait, see how it responds. But it does have support at that level. Always zoom out, look at the big picture. Or you don't know if you're looking at a rise and it's only done this little bit of pullback. Zoom out, take a big picture of it. When you're zoomed in, you can't really tell what this stock did. So for me to be interested, it needs to break this high right here, and it did. Before I could snap it, it jumped it and got me. There, the drawing. Or maybe I could leave it. Maybe that is the new high. Or the new hopeful. It's only pennies. Keep that in mind. That's only a nickel, that big old run. Looks like they may run it up here. I don't like the candle wicks on the top, though. It's like they don't want it to go. Robert, you can't fix the lag. That's on YouTube. And really, I'm glad that they can't, because then you can't click follow me and I don't get in trouble that way. That's not my intentions for you to follow my clicks. My intention is for you to learn. Everyone needs to set it up on their own computer. Learn what I'm doing here every morning. It's not real difficult. If you're not an experienced trader, it's going to take you a little longer to catch on. There's a lot of things I can't teach you that comes naturally when you become a professional trader. But in order to become a professional trader, you need to learn everything. So beyond these indicators is a lot of studying. You're going to lose some. You're going to win some. Even the best people lose money. I think this is where the word educated guess comes in. It's a game of probabilities. It's probably going to go down or it's probably going to go up. You have to weigh the odds, watch the movement, learn price action. You eventually figure it out when you should get in, when you shouldn't. Never trade off of my screen. You will lose money. You might make some and get lucky, but chances are you'll lose it. I'm giving you the tools for free. There's no reason to not go get set up. Robert, sometimes if you get out and get back in, you'll get a better connection. That has worked for several people. Alex, I'll do a video on that for you. I did one for you yesterday on adjusting the scans. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I'll do a video on that too. And thank you for your question. That lets me know what kind of simple videos I need to put in the how-tos. The more of those questions I can satisfy, the less busy I am in support. So thank you for letting me know. Alex, since nothing's moving, watch the screen. I will show you quickly. You click this Studies button. You click Edit Studies. This is the indicator. You click the gear icon. Scroll down to the bottom. You will see down, up, down, and up. Just make sure the downs are on the right color. This one should match this one. On the up arrow, I've selected green. This is an up arrow, select green. These are the moving averages. The first one, click on it, change the color to white or whatever color you want. This is the other indicator. Change it to blue. You can also change the thickness of the lines right here, or the thickness of the arrows. You can make them bigger right here. Just make sure you change both. If it says down and down, those two are the same color. Up and up, those two are the same color. And you just click OK and apply, and you're there. Good morning, Bo. We're about 5 minutes before 7 o'clock. Hopefully something will move. Usually that happens at the top of the hour. If nothing moves and you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough at about 7:15. Watching numbers. This morning, I don't know why, but I'm still watching them. You're welcome, Alex. Never shy away from asking questions. I like questions. It helps me to get things in order. Lets me know what you need so I can cut down on my workload just by creating a simple video. About 20 seconds to go before the top of the hour. Hopefully some news will come out. Hopefully something will move. Good morning, Walter. Show me some love, like the videos, make YouTube pay me. I'm not charging you. At least do me that favor. Go like all of the videos. Go watch all of the videos. Let them play in the background when you're not on your computer. Help me get paid a little bit. Make YouTube buy my coffee every morning. That's about all they pay. I want to keep everything for free. If I don't have your support, I may not be able to do that. Keep that in mind. I want to share the blessings. Share them back for me. Man, nothing but pennies this morning. I'm sitting on my hands. I don't like them. I don't like them to bounce up a nickel and drop a dollar. That's what those pennies do to me. Get your hopes up, drop you flat. Walter, we are when you load it, but I made a suggestion that everybody change them to 5 and 13. And that's probably what you're seeing on my screen is the 5 and 13. It's a better response time. Get you out a little bit faster if the stock turns around. Get you in a little bit earlier if the stock starts going up. 5 and 13 seems to be the number. And if you don't know how to change them, you click Studies, Edit Studies, click the gear icon, change this number. Yours is probably an 8, change it to a 5. Yours is probably a 21, change it to a 13. The smaller number always above the larger number. This stock has been trying, it just can't seem to get there. Every time it runs up, it runs down. Watch the numbers. That's what we do. Try to find the mover that you like. I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing a couple of stocks pop and then they just halt. Not actually halt, but don't do anything afterwards, like this. It's like everybody's searching for something. Greg, I have them on 5 and 13. I think that's going to be default. I need to change that file that everybody's loading. I've been saying that for a week, and I keep getting tied up on something else, but I'll get it done. About 8 more minutes. I'll do a walkthrough for those of you who are new. That big tall green candle's only a nickel. But that's a penny stock. That's typical for a penny stock. I don't play them. If you play them, hope you become a millionaire. Just have to watch the numbers. It's that simple. The movers are right in front of you. You should be in penny stock heaven this morning. That's the only thing that's moving. Good morning, Spy. Greg, that is correct. The 5 will be the buy. The 13 will be the sell. Greg, it almost sounds like you haven't upgraded to the latest version. If you're still on 8 and 8, that's back when it was a single line. Unless you changed it to 8 and 8. But I think that was actually default on one of the older scripts. So go to current setup and catch the first one. That'll be the newest version. Then change it to 5 and 13. Adjust your colors down at the bottom while you're in there. Adjust the size of your candles. I believe it's actually 8 and 21. I always stick with the Fibonacci numbers. You don't know what those are, look up Fibonacci sequence. It'll let you know. Everything in the world runs off of those numbers, even the seashells. Good morning, Coach. Greg, there's been several V4s, but the one that's in current setup is the latest one. I didn't rebuild it. I just did some updates to the V4. V4 and the V6 are very good indicators. We'll probably have them forever. I think they work great, as you can tell right here on the screen. So if you are new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy that trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder. I code my own indicators. And in the last several months, I decided to give them away and teach everybody how to trade. No one's teaching this system because I created it. But this is the volume spike indicator. It's counting volume, whether it's going up or down. Green ones means that if the price is going up, the red ones say it's going down. We watch for volume spikes in this area. Once we get a spike, I created the pullback indicator over here. So this indicator's tied into this indicator, tied into this label. It's all tied together. So when you get a spike, you come over here, you look for a crossover of the moving averages. You wait for the spike arrows to kick in. Down here, you'll see sellers and buyers. You wait for buyers. If this candle starts spiking, only this candle, you'll see a label kick in up here that says bullish. We make sure that we have lots of volume when we have green candles. We don't want to get caught in a trap. We want to see the buyers coming in strong. An example would be like back here. Tall green candles. It probably had lots of volume. Jump in and get your piece and get out. We use this for scalping. So to put it simple, volume spike. Yes, it crossed over. I have arrows, green and green. Then I make my decision to enter or not. It's that simple. You do need stock market knowledge. You need to know price action. Don't get caught in traps. These indicators make it look simple. Come here each morning, watch over and over. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch the new videos and the old videos over and over again until you learn. Like the videos. Subscribe to YouTube. Make YouTube buy me a cup of coffee. I need your help. I'm giving it away. Support me by liking the videos, watching the videos. Once you're in YouTube, go click the link to our Discord. It's below every YouTube video. Join our Discord. There's almost 900 people in Discord. Everybody's sharing information, sharing stock picks. Gregster's posting a bunch of penny stocks. It's Me, Bob, is teaching options trading when people participate. Lots of knowledge there, lots of professionals, everybody sharing information. It's all free, so why not join us? You'll never find anything else this educational for free. I'm doing it to bless others. Bless me back by liking the videos, subscribing to YouTube. Help us build a huge community. The more people we have, the better the education. And thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning. Walter, yes sir, V2 on the tick chart. That's really all you need. And if you don't want to use V2 and you don't care about the arrows, I just put the 5 and 13 exponential moving averages on. I play the crossovers of the moving averages. I don't really need the arrows. That works fine on a tick chart. So really no script needed. Just put the 2 moving averages on your tick chart and you're good to go. Just play the crossovers. Who loves lunatic? The V6 gives you a yellow arrow. It's like a pre-notification that, hey, the stock may be fixing to move up or down. So it'll give you a yellow arrow first, then a green or red arrow. It's kind of like an early warning. The options trader, they suggested that I do that, so I did it for them. I guess it has something to do with options. But you can use it on any stock. They both work fine. They basically both work the same. One is slightly different than the other, but they're both good. So all we do every morning is we come here at market open at 6 o'clock and we watch for numbers to start rising. If you are a short seller, you watch for numbers to start falling. Once you get them rising, you confirm that there's a crossover in arrows, that you have a green buyers here, that you have a bullish indicator here. That's when you make your decision. Always study. Don't let these indicators make you think it's simple. It looks simple, but it's really not. Study the candles, study the price action. It all ties in together. But unfortunately, this morning, we've had a couple of penny stocks move, and that's about the limit. But we're patient. We'll wait on that big one. It's been a pretty slow morning, other than a couple nickel gainers, and they lose it. This is our pre-market scan. It's set up special. It's not something you just throw together. It's easy to put together if you just load mine. It scans the entire pre-market. When you load this volume spike indicator, I prefer to load it under the Market Watch tab. I use one watch list for all of my scans. This is actually the Market Watch tab. You can tell that by this little tab down here. Once I set up that one watch list the way I like it, then I just change scans right here. I can select any watch list, any scan, and I can monitor any one I want with this volume spike. That way I'm not having multiple watch lists open. Just one. We have not, Robert. Would you like to chime in and turn your mic on and give us a discussion? Good morning.
Arm day.
Can you turn your volume up a little bit, Robert? That's much better. What you got going?
Good morning. Today is the ARM IPO day. Take a couple of these big IPOs or big SPACs, SPAC, which are basically public, and ARM is scheduled to be a $5 billion IPO this morning. If you look at the ARM symbol, pull that up, it will show not trading yet. So you don't ever know when the stock will come out on IPO. It'll be basically nothing until the market lets it go. It might be 9:30, it might be 1 o'clock, it might be 2:45, no one ever put on there, on a watch list or on a take off when it starts. So it's priced at $50, I think $51, I think actually out. So everybody that likes to really scalp stocks, this is a huge opportunity for some pretty huge price moves on a huge. I personally have IPOs or SPACs and on some fairly substantial bets on that, but you can play at your level of risk. You can play 1 share for $50, 10 shares for $500, or 1,000 for $50,000. My thoughts on the IPO, I've been reading about it. Saying by 2030, ARM should be worth basically a 5x on the stock. So whatever you buy, you're pretty protected in the long run. They've got a lot of news, video, and a lot of the big guys. So I've VinFast was one that I made a lot of money on as a news broke. It $17, and so I thought it would run from 17 on up, and so I bought it at 17, and then it went to 18, and it probably dropped to 15, 13, 12, and over the week it was churning downward because they announced it was going to trade, but it didn't change symbols from BSAQ to BFS, which is the VinFast company, until the next Tuesday. So over the entire week, it came down to around 975, right? Shares, and my average price down to $15. Tuesday, that was one of Ricky's big stocks that came out, and it opened at $14 on Tuesday and ran to 37. I got 33. And it could stutter down to or 30. I mean, there's a lot of interest. I doubt that will happen. It could stutter a little bit and come down. So, if you get it at 50, I would not necessarily get out if it hits 40. 10 shares for 550. It goes to 40. I'd buy 10 more at 40 and get a price of 45. Option and move back to 50. So the doubling down on stocks in these situations is sometimes so that you have to do to get a better price point. Other option is go at 50. It could run to 100. 100. No one knows on these IPOs. This is what's called a blue sky scenario, meaning that it's never had a higher price. And so on a lot of stocks, you look for blue sky scenarios as something runs above a price that's never been above before. Everyone's standard indicators is trading stocks. They see that and they're like, well, that could go in. $10 is over $25. So this is an IPO, blue sky opportunity. For ARM, and if you want to scalp it. You can do 1 share, 10 shares, 100 shares.
That sounds good, Robert. And, they have to keep in mind that if you just buy 10 shares and sit on them, you have a great opportunity to make a lot of money on these IPOs. It's like you said, sometimes they drop a little before they go up. And, that's the risk you take on an IPO. But I've also made a lot of money on IPOs. And I think the risk is a lot less than the reward on most cases. So we appreciate you bringing that information to us.
Yeah, well, we'll look forward to that.
Thank you very much. That guy, he is a professional trader. He goes by Crunching the Market. His name is Robert. This is the kind of information you get for free when you join us. Very powerful. There's a lot of professionals on board. You got to listen to them. They'll steer you in the right direction. I'm trying to steer you in the right direction. That's why I want you to learn all of this stuff. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, but I can't make you learn. That part's up to you. Toby, I see your text there, but I don't do support questions in live streams. Could you leave me a message over in support on Discord, and I'll get to you when I'm done here? If it was a simple answer, I would try to do it here, but you don't have a simple answer. Something I got to walk you through. The link to the pre-market scanner is in Discord under current setup. If it's not under current setup, it's going to be under TOS scans. I think I have all of the scans under scans. Go through the list. They're there. Good morning, Big Mike. Toby. Old Thumb. So the bigger we get, the more people that come on board, the more professionals that are on board, the more information you get to absorb. You get to learn from everybody. No reason not to join us and start studying this stuff. It's very rewarding. It's something you'll rely on the rest of your life. If you're young, you have a lot to look forward to. Just keep perfecting it. Find your sweet spot. Adjust these scans to your price range. There's no sense in scanning for stocks that you're never going to buy. Go into your scans. If you like $1 to $10, then change the price to that. Limit what's showing on your screen. It's just a distraction. Limit it down to your price range. That way you're not trying to sort through thousands of stocks to find the one that's in your price range to buy. Makes life a lot easier. I put out a video. It's in the how-to section. If you don't know how to adjust your price, go watch it. All we do every day is watch numbers. I've simplified it that much. If something's going to move, you're going to know just by watching this column.
Ricky, only thing about the, there are a lot of guys in there that do a lot of research. There's a good call out this morning at 6:45 this morning over in the trades section over there. But there's a Durfee-Doo trader called out the stock NX for a short. There was news on it today on a hormone therapy drug. It has run from up to 28. It's back down to right now 28. So that's a $12 increase right there. But they've also announced a 250 million share offering that should bring that spike back down. So this is a great setup for a short trade. And if you had the ability in your account to do a short trade, you can look at APR. Here you have it. If there's a short, make it short, where this is pretty advanced, and it is a very dangerous move. Sell shares you don't have, which is called a naked short, at 20. Let's say $25, and then if that stock goes down to $20, and you buy those shares back, and you become from negative 100 shares back to 0 shares, but you profit the difference between 25 and 20 because you sold the shares at $25 that you didn't own, and then you bought the shares back at $20 that you did own to replace the shares you didn't own. You go from 0 to negative 100. The price comes down, and you go plus 100 back to 0, and that's your full trade. Now the danger of that is if you go to, and this is what we call a short squeeze. On the stocks we play with, we talk about short interest on the channel, and what short interest is, and how that works. The CRNX comes out with news and goes to 28, and you naked short it down at $25, and that stock goes to 50, then you have lost $25 per share because it's moved against you versus the move down, which is the same kind of thing that we talk about when you look for these. Buy the stock that goes up. This is the reverse of that, and that's why some of these stocks we play go up dramatically, are forced to cover the short and are forced to buy at whatever price the stock is because their account becomes in the negative, or they have a broker that they short the stock, and then the broker forces the sale, and the broker forces the sale at any price. So they can get crushed going from 25, 50 and lose 25 a share. And this was exactly what happened to GameStop several years ago. Was an Uber naked shorting that got caught. So another big trade today for the CRNX. If you're doing that, but if you're starting out, don't do that. If you're a trader, check out CRNX.
Thank you very much, Robert. So if you don't understand shorting, I'll just do a briefing here. So you can make money, just like you buy a stock and it goes up, you can make money by selling a stock and make money as it's going down. In order to short sell it, you're not buying shares, you're borrowing shares. So let's say, for instance, I shorted this stock for 100 shares, and I click the sell button, and this stock goes down to this price point, then I buy those shares back, which brings me back to 0, and I profit the difference between here and here. So it's kind of twisty a little bit. You're not actually buying, you're borrowing. So when you click sell, that's what you would do. Instead of buying it, you would click sell. And if the stock price drops, you click buy to cover it, and you profit the difference. That's how you simplify short selling. Pretty sure ThinkorSwim has some qualifications before you can short. I think you have to be past the PDT rule, or maybe have a margin account set up before you can short. But you can make money in both directions, down or up. Thank you to Mimi and everyone else who's popping in here, especially Robert. One day we'll have to get It's Me Bob in here and let him just do a quick briefing on options. For those of you who are interested in options, he's trying to draw a crowd, but he's kind of not getting the crowd he needs to continue. We need to support It's Me Bob. Attend his class, it's free. Installer Pro, you can if you're above the PDT rule. If you got the cash to back it up, they'll let you short. But the moment you drop below that 25, you no longer can short. You have to maintain a balance higher than 25. James, he announces them. He also has a full-time job, so he does it sometimes later at night. Or if he gets slack time during the day, he'll hold one. He usually does an announcement to everybody. So when he's ready to do one, you'll know. It'll pop up in your Discord. He's a very profitable options trader. He's a good one to listen to. Not so good this morning, guys. I can't do nothing about that part. It's been a very volatile ride for this FWBI. I had no interest in it whatsoever. Well, Robert is one of them. It's Me Bob does the options. Robert does SPAC trades and lots of other trades as well. That was two different people. Robert is the one that chimed in this morning. It's Me Bob. He teaches the option side of it. it's a real blessing to have people like this to come in. You know, that's the hardest thing to do, is for somebody to come in and tell you or teach you for free. It's like I made the decision to do it, and it's working out. Other people are seeing that. Now Robert has joined in. It's Me Bob has joined in. Have lots of people like Bob Smith helping me with support. Gregster, he's posting a lot of penny stocks. He does a lot of homework. These are things people don't normally do. It's actually a blessing to have these guys on board. Everybody that's helping is really helping build the channel, helping support you to learn. All you have to do is get on board. Greg, you don't change anything in the code unless you want to make it default. If you want it to be default, then that's when you would change the code. That way, if you remove the indicator and put it back, it'll go back to the default numbers. Otherwise, click the gear icon and edit studies and change it there. Just remember, any code changes you make are permanent. And if you mess it up, you're going to have to delete it and go reload it. Looks like we got a bunch of red coming in. That's typical for coming up on 8 o'clock. Good morning, Gregster. There's our penny stock guy, the one I just mentioned several times. Jay is here every morning. He's watching the stocks for all of us. He calls them out. He's a lot of help as well. Thank you, Steve66. So if anybody that's a subscriber knows anybody that's a professional, share the link. Let's learn from them. Bring them on board. See if they have the time. What could it hurt? It could be a blessing to everybody. The channel's growing fast, 20 to 30 a day. Jay, there's your invitation. Gregster's inviting you to join him. We all help each other around here. That's what counts. That's the most important part. So if you're not aware, around 8 o'clock, if people are in profit, they usually start slowly selling their shares before market open. Even I have that fear. If I'm in profit, I will sell them before market open, just in case the stock I'm holding gaps down at open. I don't want to lose my profit. So you'll see some red come in about 8:10, 8:15, 8:30. About 8:10, I'll take a 10-minute break before market open. When I return, we will change over to our market open setup, which is only a few clicks, nothing really hard to do. Gregster, would you like to say a few words? If you do, just click your microphone on and let everyone know what you do. If not, that's fine. I know some people are mic shy, but you're more than welcome to come in, say a few words. If not, they can visit your channel, because that's really all they need to do. It's in penny stocks in Discord. Okay, Gregster, no problem. If you ever become available, you know you have the right to do so. You are welcome. Very slow this morning, guys. I can give you the tools, but I can't move the market. I wished I could, then we'd all be wealthy. All we can do is wait. This week has been a disaster, not because of us, not because of the setup, but because of the market. We all have to be patient in these hard times. One trade can make you a week's pay, but you have to be patient and wait on it. This is the best time to learn. If you can learn how to trade this really hard market, you'll be really good when it turns around. You're going to realize it was worth all of your time to join us today. Start learning. When everything turns green, so will your bank account. Keep that in mind. Right now, it's pick and choose, and you got to pick and choose wisely. Nothing but penny stocks moving this morning, about a nickel, then they pull back. Some of them might give you a dime, and then they pull back. Nothing has confidence. All we can do is watch the numbers. Sometimes we don't have any numbers to watch. That's when you go get coffee, take a break. Go stare out the window at something far away. Give your eyes a rest. Amen to that, Todd. Save the money. Wait for the best play possible. Then hit it hard. That's my saying. I could pick up $10 or $20 or $30 all day long, but why? That's what I keep telling myself. Why do you want to make that many trades when you can wait on one good stock, buy a few thousand shares, make hundreds of dollars, possibly thousands, and you're done? But you have to have that perfect setup. You have to learn. You have to know what you're looking at before you pull the trigger on that many shares. I'm not telling you to do it if you don't know how, but that's where you can work your way up to. Start small, 10 shares, 50 shares, or like Jay buys 1 share sometimes. Just get started. The more confidence you build, the more shares you start buying. Like pushing that little snowball down the hill, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The only problem with the snowball is we don't have any in Texas. But you get my point. The real-time data is free no matter how much money you have. As long as you have an open account with some kind of money in it, you just go over to maybe the Schwab website now, but I think TD Ameritrade is still up. So you go to tdameritrade.com, or you can click the support button at the top of your ThinkorSwim and ask them questions. Maybe they'll even turn on real-time data for you. Thank you, Gregster. Scott, you really don't need a class. Just go over to Discord. Everything on the left is channels, and they call them channels. I call them chat rooms. They're all different chat rooms. Just don't click on the voice channels, but all of the text channels. They're just different rooms covering different subjects. The current setup is a room. That's where you begin. TOS scans is a room. TOS scripts is a room. Penny stocks is a room. They're all text, they're all rooms, but we call them channels. Very simple. It's kind of like a platform with multiple rooms. Good morning. So is your name Lothric? Is that how you say it, Lothric? I know you can't say it back, but you can say yes or no. Thank you, Todd. I didn't know that. It's been since 1990 since I opened my account. Back then it was still black and white, and we didn't have candles. Well, we did, but we didn't know how to use them. Bob Smith, I think you have to go to the TD Ameritrade website, and it's an option that you have to turn on before it will be active in ThinkorSwim. You have to actually do it. You have to subscribe through it, through the TD Ameritrade website. Good morning, Installer Pro. It used to be a subscription service, but now it's free, but you still have to go subscribe. Maybe they changed it. Maybe I'm still stuck in the 90s, Bob. That can happen. Bob Smith, have you ever checked that you really are on real time? You may have the settings set to real time, but is it really real time? I would check the subscription service. That if it's not really real time, you could be losing money because of that. Ah, okay. That's good enough verification. I helped a few guys around my neighborhood get set up in a personal meeting. I actually had to go turn it on under subscriptions for them to get it to work. But then we discovered even if they subscribed, they had to close ThinkorSwim, reopen it for it to activate. So maybe you can do it in settings. And maybe you just have to close it and start it back for it to activate. I don't know, I'm guessing. Thank you, Scott. Whenever I need to learn something on a computer, I ask a 5-year-old. They seem to know more than me. The 10-year-olds tell me how to work my phone. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a 10-minute break here. Nothing's happening in the market. Things are probably going to start selling off, like I mentioned earlier, and I shall return in 10 minutes. All right, I am back. So if there's any subscribers, I know a lot of you are regulars, and you have something to offer to the other subscribers, and you're interested in sharing your information, just send me a direct message. We can set you up with your own little room. Try to draw some people over to you. If you want to teach and help, you're more than welcome to. I'd like to thank Parabolic and Bob Smith and everybody else that's helping me with support, helping others with their issues. I'm loving the team effort, and I really appreciate it, and thank you. Good morning, Trey Blue. There's all that red I said was coming in. Everything's going to pull back. In about 10 minutes, we'll switch over to market open. I'm not expecting much to happen at market open. Maybe a bunch of orders that are pending may start processing. But since nothing happened in pre-market, I don't have any hopefuls at market open. Nothing I'm watching. Nothing was moving really good. A few penny stocks this morning. Maybe you penny stock players made a little bit. But nothing I wanted to throw money at. But that's okay. I'll save it for that next one. Volume plays an important role when the stock is moving in your direction. You want to see it, the numbers flying by, building fast, slight pauses, and then build some more. Volume is very important. If you see lots of volume and it halts, it pauses, trickles down a little, comes back in but halts and pauses, that's not good volume. Good volume will keep going. These candles will keep turning green. You may catch a little red one like that, then green, green, green. That's what you want to look for. Jerry, try getting out and coming back in. That usually clears it up. About 10 more minutes to go. In about 5 minutes, we'll change over to market open. I'm only going to change some watch list around and adjust the volume spike. Be careful of verb. That's what I have on the screen. It'll take your money. It'll pop up like this, and the next candle will be just as big and red. Been watching it for about a week. It's not trustworthy at all. It's almost like a trap. Old Thumb, back to your question. Just about everything on your screen is volume, except for those moving averages. This is all about volume. This label's all about volume. These bullish signals are about volume. These arrows are about volume. These tall green candles are about volume. So to answer your question, yes, volume is important. That's why I focus on volume. All of my indicators are volume focused, except for the new one that's coming out. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to release it this weekend. There were a couple of points brought to my attention. We're trying to determine if it's good enough for a beginner to use. You do have to have some knowledge. Just like all indicators, it's not just easy. You have to know other things. I'll probably put it out with a warning to beginners is probably how that's going to go. Old Thumb, you are correct. Even some of the higher priced stocks, if you look at the numbers on the side of the chart, they're only moving in pennies, and it's a $20 stock. That ought to tell you there's no volume in the market, or no confidence is what I like to say. I think everybody is ready for a big administration change. That's the issue. Of course, that's only my opinion, but that's the issue. Steve, you get everything that's up here with 3 different imports. So you're going to load the first one in current setup, and you're going to get the spread, you're going to get the bullish, you're going to get the moving averages and the arrows. Step number 2 in current setup is going to give you this volume label. Step number 3 is going to walk you through setting up this volume spike. All of this is in Discord under current setup. And if you want these scans, just head over to TOS scans. I think PreMarket is like the 5th one down from the top. And that's a guess. It may be 3 or 6. But it's there. you don't know how to install, I have some how-to videos. Just watch them. It'll walk you right through it. All right, let's get changed over here. This is the pre-market riser scan. I'm going to move this scan up here, which is called all stocks. I'm going to right click on the name volume spike. I'm going to change it over to 100. Click apply and OK. I'm going to sort these stocks by mark percent change, highest to lowest. Man, there's not many of them this morning. Maybe a red day. I'm used to seeing 100% up here, 50%, 8%. Come on now. Down here, it's just a random scan. I think I'm gonna load, let's try the Momo scanner, see if something pops up when the market opens. This one we will put on, actually let's leave it on low float. That's good enough for me. So you should have all stocks as your scan, sorted by mark percent change, volume spike at 100. You're welcome, Steve. Glad to have you on board. So when you sort by mark percent change, it's going to scatter these volume spikes. But really, I just want to monitor the top gainers. You may want to monitor just your favorite watch list. Maybe you don't want to fight the market open battle. I don't even play the market open. I wait till it calms down. If there's any strong stocks left over after it calms down, those are the ones I play. I never buy the first green candle when the market opens because there's usually a big red one right behind it. Some of you can trade that way. I actually know some traders that all they play is that first candle. I think that's a lesson in itself. I've tried that first green candle. I've made money. I've lost money. Seems to be 50-50, so why play it for me? Win 50% of the time, lose it right back 50% of the time. It's just that I stick to the same strategy forever. I don't ever change, win or lose. If I lose, I figure out what I did wrong because I know it's not the indicators, it's me. Fix your mistakes, you become profitable. You jump around from strategy to strategy, indicator to indicator, you're going to stay lost just like you're jumping around. Find one, set up, and perfect it. That's my theory. That's what I've done for years. Stick to the same format. Volume spikes, green candles, and crossovers. About 56 seconds to go. This column is going to get very volatile. Probably mostly red is what I'm going to guess. Be careful in your selection. If I see something good, I'll click on it. I might even buy it. If I go silent, that means I'm in a trade. And good luck to everybody. I'm watching for the highest percent gainers. Sometimes they're out of my price range even. This stock has been moving up and down all week. I missed the best play, I believe, on Tuesday. That was a flow of orders that just went through at market open. They'll probably come back again. This will fade in and fade out 5 or 6 times before it calms down. That one's moving pennies. That would be a penny stock watch. PLTR is on the move. Everything's pulling back right now, so be careful. Just those first green candles to fake you out. Take your money. Just like that. Looks like the volume is slacking down. These are just opening spikes. If this stock's really going to move up, it'll turn around and start going. Let's see if it had a pre-market high. Let's mark the pre-market high. It's already above it, so I can't mark it. So we opened up and made it that high. We pulled back to here. If anything, it'll bounce here and go right back to there. That's about 15 cents. If it has the strength to do it. And it failed. That's why you watch market open. This is what can happen. You can get caught in traps. Market's now turning red. CCL's looking promising. I would wait for a pullback is what I would wait on. I would wait for it to hit a high, which it did. Wait for a pullback. It'd probably come back down in this area before I would be interested in buying it. I'm not going to chase green candles. It could turn right around right here and break through and keep running. Sometimes I'm wrong. That's why I say sometimes even the professionals lose. If it breaks through this resistance line and turns around and comes back down and retests it, that's when I would be interested in buying, is at this retest. That's called a pullback. Those are my most profitable trades. Wait for it to break through resistance, pull back down, bounce off of it, and shoot up. Activity's starting to slow down. Since we slowed down now, I'm going to reach up here and sort back by volume spike. I'm going to bring them back up to the top. And of course, there is none. So all we've had this morning was the normal pop-up at open. If anything's going to continue, it'll be here. It'll be green. Otherwise, it's pulling back. Lots of sellers coming in. Watching for numbers to rise. Let's see if we can get a winner here. This is a setup that I missed because I wasn't watching the board. Of course, I probably couldn't have found it with all that volatility. But that's what you want to see, is a green candle, a pullback. It hit a high here, pulled back to here, and shot up. So I missed it. It may not even hold. We'll see. But usually they'll continue when they do that, slowly but surely. This one's on the momentum scanner. Went up at market open, pulled back, went up, it's pulling back, it's going up. You want to try to catch these pullbacks to enter if you're going to take a chance at any stock. Don't try to buy the high or it's just going to pull back on you. Best to get in on the pullback when it hits the bottom. I'm going to change this scan to the high of day. INOQ. We saw that one earlier. It's kind of undecided, bouncing up and down. This one's at a high. This high of day scanner is also in TOS scans. As they're breaking new highs, they'll get listed here. Got to use all the tools in a market like this. You got to go through your scans and see what you can find. Volume is awfully low on this stock. We have a slow crawler scan. I'll bring it up over here. These are stocks that generally are low volume. They just creeping up slowly but surely. At least most of them anyway. Just like that one. It's pretty volatile this morning. Lots of red mixed in with the green. Let's check on the SPY, see what the SPY is doing. That determines direction of where we're headed. The SPY's headed down. Zoom out a little bit, get a bigger picture. That's what we're looking at on the SPY. That's the S&P 500. Good morning, Shayo. It's really kind of what I expected, a bunch of green candles that fail this morning. Yeah, James, it's not looking good at all, really. I don't want to play volatility. I want to play steady volume going up. I don't care if it's a little slow as long as it's moving up. Seems to be what you got to look for in this market. That may be an all-day crawler right there. It's only moving pennies, penny at a time. Still have a lot of volatility kicking in. It keeps loading up and disappearing. Probably people bailing after those green candles. Let's try another scan. Let's try maybe this one will work, the low risk bounce scan. Let me lower the prices down on that scan. Actually, that scan's not running on price. It's running on standard deviations. Let's see what it's looking like. They should be all pulling back for a possible bounce up. And man, are they pulling back. They're pulling back hard. This scan tells you a lot about what the market's doing today. This scan normally finds a slight pullback before the run up, but they just keep pulling back. That's why they're loading up in this scan. They just continue to pull back. So you would click on each one, wait to see if the sell-off stops and play the bounce. But there may not be a bounce today the way the market's going. Good job, Bob. I was hoping you would jump on that one. I'm kind of backed up at the moment. Can't really do personal work. with everything I have going on, I can't really start building individual scripts for one person. I would never have any time to do what I need to do, so I really appreciate you jumping in there and getting it done. Thank you, Greg. Have a blessed day. Here's a sneak peek of the indicator that's coming out. It is not volume based. It's not spike related. It's a trend tracker. So it'll give you very few arrows, like it told you this morning right here to get in, and then it told you to get out up here when the trend changed. It came back down, the trend changed, and it posted another yellow arrow, and the stock went back up. You have to be patient with this one. There's a learning curve to it. Like you may want to get out up here and not wait on the next arrow. But it's really accurate. Long as you don't get a yellow arrow here, you're probably safe. But there's the arrow. So the trend is changing overall is what it's looking for. You can make some really high profits off of this one if you're on the right price stock. That's what's going to be coming out. We've been testing it all week. It's a much cleaner chart. It's pretty much you wait on arrows. But you'll have to let it run. I want everybody to test it. Don't just jump in and start buying yellow arrows. Once you learn how it works, it's a lot. You can trust it pretty much once you learn it.
And you're releasing that this weekend, correct, Ricky?
That'll be over the weekend, probably Saturday night or Sunday. Sunday is the best day for me to release anything. That's when everybody's home doing nothing. They're getting prepared for work on Monday. They're on the internet. I get the most activity on Sundays when I release something. So probably
And with all the trial and error that you've done, do you still feel, in your opinion, that it works better on that 5-minute chart?
Well, I have some guys testing it. There's like 4 or 5 of us testing it. Some of them are having, I think it really depends on the price of the stock. Like some of them are testing it on 3-minute, and they like the 3-minute better than the 5. Some of us like the 5-minute better than the 3. So I think it's going to be within that time frame, within 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be looking out for it, man. I sure appreciate it.
You're welcome. This high of day scanner is very important. If you don't have it, I suggest you load it. Watch it all day as stocks hit new highs. You can probably grab a gainer. They're not moving very much today, but it does post good stocks. You could actually watch this one scan all day long. It's going to be the most promising, the ones that are moving up. Still suffering the low volume. You see every stock in here is very low volume. You're welcome, Steve. Me too. Thank you for posting that stock. That tells me you're looking, you're doing your homework. That's what everyone should be doing. If you're just learning, concentrate on my screen, just watch what we do. If you already know, you should be on your computer trying to make a few dollars. You should be looking for stocks, running through the scans, watching for volume spikes, watching this column here, watching for arrows, watching for crossovers. I know picking is thin. It's hard right now. It's even hard for me, and I've been doing it for years. Today, I don't think I could trust anything. We get a green bar and a red one right behind it, just like that. We could have. It could have been in the mess that when the market opened, it was all so volatile we couldn't find it. There's no way to filter that out. That's why I like everybody to make their own watch list, their own personal watch list in their price range, so they're not trying to sort through the mess at market open. Watch the movers you like. That's really all you need to watch to make money. You don't need to worry about the rest of the market. Just find you some good ones and play their ups and downs. Don't rely on me to find them for you. I'm just clicking on the ones that's rising to give you a demonstration of what we do. You have to take it to the next level. Create you a personal watch list, stocks you like watching that you can afford. and play those stocks with these indicators. Good job, Jet Run. That means you're doing your work. You found that stock. You're working that stock. I can't catch them all. I'm occupied in live streams trying to give you a demonstration. Can't really concentrate on going out there and looking for winners for you. That's your job. I give a demo of how these things work. Once you learn them, start using them. I can't catch all of them. No problem, my Jet Run. I enjoy what I do. This is one of the low risk bounce plays. Maybe the sell off is over. Maybe it's going to turn around and run up now. James, that's what you do. You find the ones you like, apply these indicators, and make money. Don't try to guess which ones are the best at market open when everything is flying. Build a list. It's very important. This is one of the bounce plays. That came off of this scan down here. Down at the bottom now, but it is bouncing. Can it support the bounce? That's what we need to determine. So much volatility. That's a rough ride to get up there. I doubt anybody would have hung on. That's AMC. It sold off at market open. Even Amazon is down at a bottom. Apple's having trouble. AMD. Whenever these big ones are down, you're probably not going to make any money. Definitely a red day. Mara, my favorite stock to play. You can get a $5 swing out of Mara if you play it right. I'm happy with $1. But you have to put it in a watch list. You have to continually watch it. It'll give you $1. Sometimes 50 cents, but 50 cents is good. Sometimes $2 or $3. Everything is down. I think that's Bank of America Corporation. I kind of stay away from them. I don't trade NEO. It only trades pennies. Ford really hit the bottom. PBR kind of holding a level. AVTX. Let's see if it's going to do anything. So it needs to break this pre-market high. Let's see if that's the high. Nope. So it's actually down. It's just bumping up. This is the market open high. Before I would buy it, I wouldn't be interested in it unless it broke through that level. You can see it already resisted off of it. James, that's pretty funny. My wife has fits just trying to live with me. 47 years we've been dedicated to each other. I don't know how she does it. I guess the Lord blesses us all in different ways. Yeah, they tell me I should have been a comedian. I don't think so. I just love people. I've always been a people person. I like large crowds. They say I'm the life of the party. but I don't party no more. So now it's just life. I grew up too fast. Time flew. Had fun getting here, though. Well, it's looking like the party's over. Unless you're shorting stocks, this is not your market. Now we just sort through, try to find some hopefuls. Hopefully we'll land on one just by watching the volume spike. Everything's pulling back, even the bigger stocks. See you later, Otham. Thanks for joining in. Save your money for tomorrow. Maybe pre-market will be nice to us. We won't have to fight the crowd. We can load up on whatever moves. If we get one that moves, you never know what day it will be. Sometimes Friday's good. Most of the time it's awful. James sounds like a lot of fun. I've never been there. I can't drive my motorcycle across the water. And to be quite honest with you, I haven't seen all of the United States yet. I'm working on it, though. NBSE. Kind of late. Maybe you caught it earlier. Hopefully you did. What you need to do is post them when they're down here so I can make some money. Thank you for joining us, James L. So let me do a final walkthrough here before I decide to leave because I'm tempted to head that direction. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who trades from his office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder. I coded the indicators you see on the screen. This is my volume spike indicator. It measures volume up or down. It lets us know if the volume is increasing or decreasing. Increasing meaning the stock is moving up or at least has a green candle. We watch these numbers rise. If they continue to rise, we take quick notice over here. Probably won't be able to give you a good example of one going up, so I'll just use what happened here in pre-market. So you get a spike here. Normally, you'll be down in this area. You look for a crossover of these moving averages. You look for these green arrows to kick in. You look for the volume to pick up. This is the current candle bar, which would be this one. You look for a buyers to outnumber the sellers here. There's the buyers. If this candle is spiking and it's above the moving averages, you're going to get a bullish signal up here. So to simplify it, you see a volume spike, you click on it, you quickly verify you got arrows in a crossover, green and green, and you make your decision to buy. You do need more knowledge than that. That's why I encourage everyone to join the YouTube channel. Watch all of the videos over and over and over. Pound this stuff into your brain. There's some old videos and some new videos. Watch all of them. They all contain valuable information. Do me a favor and like this live stream. Like the YouTube videos. Share the YouTube videos. Comment on the YouTube videos. The main thing is that you learn. Once you're a subscriber to YouTube, there's a link below each video to join our Discord where there's almost 900 investors. Some of the investors are sharing their knowledge just like me. Very valuable and important information if you want to become a trader. We'd love to have you on board. I'll post a link to the Discord so that you can join that as well. But I prefer you come through YouTube. I need the views. Make YouTube pay me. I'm giving this stuff away. Help me to earn a cup of coffee. There's the Discord channel. Once you get to Discord, go over to current setup. There's 3 shared links to install. You'll get all of this. You'll get this volume label. You'll get the volume spike indicator. Watch the how-to videos. It'll walk you right through it. Explore the rooms on the left in Discord. Talk to people. Ask questions. If you have an issue, leave me a message in support. If I can't get to you, somebody will. Everybody's helping everybody. Everybody's teaching when they can. Or sharing what knowledge they know. That's what it's all about. Everybody's helping everybody. We'd love to have you on board, and thank you for joining us this morning. You're welcome, Greg R. You're welcome, Mr. Rodriguez. You're welcome, Jay. Since the market's dead, I'm going to call it now. I have many things to do today. Thank you for joining us, and I'll be here tomorrow morning on Friday at 6 a.m. Have a blessed day.